Hello, I am Néfur and I'm hosting the Glacier Song podcast. I create unique music using the sounds of Icelandic glaciers and my voice as the only instruments. I explore deep listening and embodied connection with nature. I use my sexual energy as my creative power and compass to build a life of freedom and meaningful connection with all life forms. Welcome to the journey of the Glacier's song. Welcome to this episode of the Glacier Song. How does a glacier sound like? My journey, recording and singing with the glaciers of Iceland. This is an episode I wanted to record since the very beginning of starting my podcast, and I feel it's very good timing to do it now because my album made with the sounds of Icelandic glaciers and my voice. This new album called The Water, The Lover was just finished yesterday. The final master version was finished yesterday, 20th of May 2024. And I am very, very excited to see the whole picture of what this journey has been since the very beginning, and I'm very, very excited to share how it all started. And I think it will be very interesting for you listening to this journey and to the sounds themselves in the pure state before the album comes out. The album has been made through sound design, audio effects applied on these very recordings. So it's a very good way to see where it all started. And when you have the album, you'll be able to see how it all transformed and what's the journey that has been made with this material. So I feel it's the question everyone asks, like when I say I've been recording the sounds of glaciers, and it's like, but how does a glacier sound? Like for me also, before I went, it was like, is it actually silence or there is this big falling of ice that this sort of more like maybe Greenland or Antarctica, or these very big sheets of ice actually falling, and is that the sound I'm gonna get, or what is it? So for me, it was a journey of discovering what the sounds were and how the elements interacted between themselves. And in this episode, I'm gonna take you on a journey with me to every single glacier I went, and to which mics I used for recording as well. And I'll share a selection of some snippets of sounds that got recorded in each glacier and each environment. And you'll be able to go through the same itinerary that I went. I want to also really share it in the same order that it happened. So we will start going to glacier Snafellsjökull. The previous episode was actually about this glacier, and I shared a collective performance with it with a group of campaigners and activists and artists in Iceland that we are engaged in a campaign for nominating a glacier for president. So that's been fun that after this couple of years this happened. But let's go to the very beginning. So it's this trip to Snafellsjökull with my sound mentor for this project, Francesco Fabris. And so I arrived to this glacier. We arrived with a jeep, and it's not possible to get to the very top because the road is closed. But we can be at the bottom of the glacier. It's a sunny day. It's beautiful. It's October of 2021. It's not too windy. And there's this majestic glacier covered in snow with this funny pointy cap that is Snafellsjökull, and I'm able to step into the snow, into the bottom of this, into the feet, we could say, of this glacier. And the environment, the surroundings are very, very silent. There's a quality to this silence that I haven't experienced before. And I feel, even there's no much sound going on, I feel like recording, I feel like singing, interacting with this presence and with this silence with my voice. And so I record a song. I'm wearing the binaural mics and I sing a couple of songs, and that's my first ever interaction with a glacier. Then we went to explore the environment around this glacier, still in very close proximity. Like I also sang some improvised intuitive singing in a cave called Solheimajökull, that is actually meaning the singing cave. But where I want to get with Snafellsjökull is going to the beach nearby. I believe all bodies of water are connected, so it's in very close proximity, the beach and the glacier, and there's streams going down. So for me, this beach is very much related to the glacier and is very much being part of it. And this beach is Jokulsarlon. When we arrived to Jokulsarlon, the sun is lower. It's not setting yet, but there's this sort of golden light you could see, or this like low sun vibe. In there, I sing a song, improvised, again with the sounds of the waves. We record as well the sounds of the waves from different distances with different microphones, using mainly the DPA microphones for ambience, and also parabolic microphone, which is a microphone that you can direct to different directions and points, and it can really focus, and it's almost like it's a lens that can zoom into a particular spot and collect the sound from that spot, and you can shift where that focus goes. So what I'm going to share about the first day of the recordings, which was the 20th of October of 2021, is this song, or part of this song. I'll share like a minute and a half of this song that I sang with the waves of the beach of Jokulsarlon. And this is not directly the sound of a glacier, but we will have later on the sounds of Solheimajökull, which are a lot more like directly in the glacier. But because Snafellsjökull was covered in snow, the sounds that were more interesting for me in that place were actually the waves from the beach nearby the glacier. And this song that I recorded and that you'll hear in a moment is very important for me in a way. I felt I was in a very good flow for improvising this song, and is actually the only recording of the album that you will recognize as such in the album very easily. This has been transformed into my song The Mermaid, and I'm super excited for you to listen to this now, and when the album is released, listen to the song and see how you still have the skeleton of this recording, and actually this recording is part of the song, but everything that has been built and articulated and created around it makes the whole journey of the song. But I think it's very beautiful actually to just listen to the raw recording without any effect, any reverb, anything, just as it was and just as it happened. Also because it's an improvised thing, so it's something that is being like channeled in the moment. So is sharing these recordings are for me like sharing the very moments of when I was there, like, and it I'm almost getting emotional here, like feels like such a joy and such a privilege and such a beautiful thing, beautiful gift that I've been given. So I leave you with the recording of, I'll actually read you the name of the file. So this is 20th of October 2021. Song at the beach. Parabolic is the mic. It's been used for it. Snafellsjökull and Solheimajökull. So this is part of this song at the beach, Tipel on Sandor, that has been used for the song The Mermaid. Is part of it is longer. I was thinking maybe I will actually at some point release the whole recordings as they are in their pure form, some of them, because I find them so beautiful actually to listen to. Just a few more memories of after that, going back to Reykjavik, driving on the sunset hours. I remember images of these brown mountains with snow at the tops, so for me it felt a little bit like chocolate cakes with some sugar or cream or something on top. And then I remember also stopping by a lake, and these amazing pink lights of the sunset over the quiet waters of the lake was quite beautiful. So that was the first day of recording with glaciers and singing with glaciers. And the following day we went with my mentor Francesco and also a glacier guide called Kalia to Solheimajökull. Solheimajökull, that was the first glacier hike. In Solheimajökull you really are walking on ice, so you need a different set of equipment and wearing crampons on your feet, a helmet, and going with a glacier guide that knows a little bit of the orography, and there's crevices and there's openings of the ice, so you really need to see where you are putting your foot on. And here, there was lots of different sounds of water that you could get with the different microphones, the hydrophones that you can put actually under the water, still using the DPA for ambience. And I was also singing some songs, but I think this day at Solheimajökull was the 21st of October 2021 was more about the sounds, the field recording of the sounds, and getting really this sense of listening. And there was a beautiful journey across the day, because I think with all the equipment, sound equipment and glacier hiking equipment and the aiming to connect with the glacier, I felt a little bit overwhelmed at some point, but later on there was a very beautiful surprise as the last recordings of the day that I will share with you. And yeah, it was very nice to go through all the different sounds of water that the glacier was producing on its body. So I'll start by sharing with you the first recording I did on Solheimajökull. It was after a bit of hiking a little stream of water on the body of the ice. This recording is made with an hydrophone, so a mic that you put under the water, and you can notice how it captures a lot of low-end sounds. Now we can compare listening briefly to the same stream, the same place, but instead of the microphone inside of the water, using the DPA mics for ambience. I forgot to say also in Snafellsjökull it was a very sunny day. I got quite lucky with the weather for this project, and now we're going to a big crevice, so a big opening in the ice body, and with some water flowing overneath, and using the DPA mics, that's the sound it makes. We will hear a fuller and bigger sound. So I think that with all these sounds, I've been then transforming them into percussion. So from a drop of water, you can create a kick or a snare. Textures from the sounds of water, sounds of the vocals I recorded in there, and with the more bassy sounds also, or more like low-end, naturally low-end sounds. I also created all the basses for the album. So it's all created with sounds of glaciers. And now it's the time for the jam of that second day, 21st of October 2021, recording at Solheimajökull. We were leaving the glacier actually, and in front of the glacier there's the glacier lagoon. So all the ice that melts creates a lagoon just in front of the body of the glacier with some little icebergs melting in there. And I just want to share with you first what we were listening outside of the glacier lagoon with the DPA mics, so the ones that just are capturing the air ambience. So that's what we were listening. There was like a nearby cave with water dripping into the soil. And now listen to what you can hear on the same spot, on the same moment. This recording is done simultaneously with the one you just heard before outside of the glacier lagoon. And what you're going to listen now is what you can listen from the microphone being put under the water in the glacier lagoon. It was so surprising. Maybe I'll comment just later. Because, yeah, was not expecting that, and that was amazing. So, what do you think about these crazy sounds and the water under the glacier lagoon? That was such a beautiful surprise to hear all this underwater world going on. And I would love for a scientist to actually confirm exactly what these sounds are. Talking to various people, it sounds like it's actually the particles of the ice releasing oxygen, ice melting underwater actually. And it's pretty amazing. It's like a forest, it's like birds, it's full of life. This recording actually was shortlisted in the final for the Sound of the Year Awards 2021 by the BBC in the UK. So yeah, it's a pretty amazing recording. That was and it was like the end of this second day of meeting glaciers in Iceland, recording with them, singing with them, and it was a beautiful gem to end the day before the sunset. We will leave it here for this time. It will be like part 1. and I will make a second. I'll make episode part 2, so it won't get too long, but we still have a lot of things that I'm super excited about. There's Falljökull, which is an outlet glacier in Vatnajökull, the most large glacier in Iceland, and there's beautiful and fun anecdotes that happen there and that I used in the album later in interesting ways. And there we still have also Jokulsarlon as another very big glacier and beautiful glacier lagoon, Diamond Beach, and we have Ok, which is the glacier who already melted in 2019 due to climate change, and we also went there and recorded. So there's lots to share still. So see you in the next episode. I also want to share that maybe you know I also have developed sound healing and therapeutic practice with the sounds, and I offer sound journeys and sound bath experiences like Mermaid sound sessions for every new moon, in which I combine the astrology of the new moon with a sound journey for relaxation, meditation, connecting with your body and your instincts. And I also offer Sounds of You, which are one-to-one sessions unique to you, looking at your birth chart, your astrology blueprint, creating and sharing with you live a sound journey that is unique to this essence that you have, to this path, to these opportunities that you have in your birth chart, and it helps you integrate those. So if you are interested in that type of work as well, you can check on my Instagram, Néfur Music, or on my website, nefurmusic.com. And thanks for listening. I can't wait to share more, and I'm super excited. Let me know how it's made you feel. It's, something that I make from my passion, and it's really, really satisfying when someone comments that it has been inspiring in some way. Thank you so much, and hear you very soon.